Okay, while we're waiting for people to come in, let me just do a brief introduction so that the people who come late won't miss anything important. So let me transition here to my face. Okay, perfect. Okay, hi everyone, my name is Daniel. I'm the founder, the CEO of inventabot.com. And I want to explain a bit about my background and why I've done all of this and why I'm doing this for you. So first of all, as a teacher or an educator or a headmaster, you know that there's a lot of admin work that you need to do. And I'm an entrepreneur and a business owner. My wife is a teacher, and therefore she understands your needs better than I could ever understand them. And she understands the difficulty of report cards, lesson planning. She understands that difficulty. And when I built this platform for businesses, really for myself, to be honest, I built this whole platform for myself. She told me, you know, teachers like me could benefit from this. And in fact, teachers worldwide could benefit from this. And they could save tons of time. And the way that I built the app was to make it so customizable that literally every single one of you watching this video in a few minutes, when more people arrive here, is going to see that you can literally build your own macros and mini ChatGPT bots which do exactly what you want them to. I'm about to show you the tools that I've made for you with inventabot. But the reason why it's called inventabot is because you yourself could build or invent your own little bots that do the specific tasks that you need them to. And that's what's amazing about this webinar. It's not like other teachers' tools, teachers' AI webinars. The difference is this webinar will give you the tools. Yes, it's going to give you the report card generator and the lesson plan generator, plagiarism checker, and all of these, the whole list. Let me just put it on the screen here. So you're going to see the whole screen, all of these on the left here. You're going to see all of these. I'm going to explain each and every one. But there's one thing that I'm not going to be able to explain, and that's your specific needs. When you are going to need a tool that's not in the market, that no one's advertising, that no one's making for you, you can make it yourself very quickly. And I think that's what we should start with this webinar with. So first of all, I'm excited that there's so many people already here with us, and there's more coming every second. While the webinar's going, please leave some messages and asking for tools that you want me to make at the end of the webinar, so that right at the end of the webinar I can demonstrate literally the tools you ask for, and I'll show you how to make them just to make it easier. Okay, that was the intro. We can jump right into the share screen. And before we start with anything complicated, we're going to start with simple things just to get you familiar with the platform. Okay, let's jump in. So just quickly, for those of you who... wait, let me move my head to the left here. Okay, that's better. For those of you who just want a quick summary, for those of you who maybe don't have time to watch this whole webinar, when you come to the teacher's page, this one here, and it's the link I'll be sharing in the group, you'll come to this page here. This is the teacher's page. The idea here is to add these macros to your account. Now, everyone who comes to the site immediately gets an account. And so all you need to do is select the macros you need. This is like a quick summary of what you're going to see. You just select the ones you need, and then you click add these AI bots to my account. The moment you do that, you'll be taken to a page that I'll show you. It will automatically just push you to a page where you can see all of your tools, which you can then start using straight away right out the box. But before we get into that, I was going to show you a quick introduction, like a demo explanation. Okay, so when you first come to the site, inventabot.com, you initially get 2 credits to just play with it, literally without signing up, without signing in. And it says, what do you want me to do? So over here, this is basically ChatGPT that you can just instantly use. And let's say you typed, write me a lesson plan on history of England for 6th grade students. And then you click submit. Of course, that will also work. And so let me just show you this quick response from ChatGPT. Okay, so here we go. So again, with my free credits, I'm just testing this just to see what comes out. And here we go. And it's given me a 1-hour class, and it's given me an entire lesson plan. Okay, great. So now let me show you an example of creating a robot. Now I could create one right now by clicking this, but I'm not going to create one because I want to make sure it saves to my account. So I'm going to first register. So I click sign up. And now when you sign up, you get 10 free credits to start playing with it and testing it to see if it works for you. So let me just put in my details here. Okay, I just confirmed my email address because it sends me an email. I've confirmed, so I got my 10 credits. And then I added another 90 so we could show you all the examples. Okay, so if you want, you click on invent a custom ChatGPT bot. Now, let me just show you for the example something quite funny and amusing just to get this webinar started on with a laughing kind of theme. This mic keeps falling. Basically, we'll write angry bot. So I'm about to create an angry bot. Now remember, this is not something you need, but it's something you can make. So let me change the role here. This role is very important. It's what people call prompting. Now, I'm not going to get into this too much at all today because you don't need it, because I've already pre-made the prompts for you. But the reason why I'm showing you this is so that you can learn from this to do what you need specifically for your problem, to solve your problem. Because everyone has different problems that they need solving in life and in AI. You could be a principal, you could be a head teacher, you could be something else. You're not necessarily here for what I'm showing. So that's why I'm going to show you now. Respond with anger to every single message of mine. Also, add some humor to it. Set the role. So the role is to respond with anger. And now it's called the angry bot, which I just made now in front of you. And now I'm going to say something. Hi. How are you today? Now you already know that he's going to respond with anger. Oh wow, what a typical greeting. How about you mind your own business and stop acting like you care about my well-being? But thanks for asking. I'm just as peachy as always. And by peachy, I mean completely annoyed by your constant messaging. So you can see what I've just done. I created an angry bot and he's responding with anger. Now let me do something similar with empathizer. Let's just call it empathizer. And the goal is going to be to provide empathy for every problem you might have. Always provide empathy. We'll get to the teaching tools very soon. This is important. I know it might sound irrelevant right now, but this is very important to understand how the system works. I am feeling sad right now. So now I'm expecting this robot to respond with empathy and understanding. I'm sorry to hear that. Can you tell me more about what's been making you feel sad? I'm here to listen and support you. So as you can see, and if I change over to the angry bot, I'm feeling sad right now. What's going to happen is he's going to respond with anger, even though I've sent the exact same message. So the point that I'm trying to make here, that's what I'm trying to explain. Oh, what do you want me to do about it? Throw you a pity party? Maybe you should try actually doing something to fix the situation. Basically, the point is you can create these bots and use them just by switching over on this drop-down menu. Now, the reason why this is important, why am I telling you all of this? You are teachers. You are looking for AI tools. The reason why is because when you have your specific problem, you need to be able to solve it by yourself. And the way to do that is by clicking here and then pressing the plus button and creating your own bots. But without further ado, let's jump straight into the inventabot teachers tools. The way to get to there is you go onto the menu, click on pre-built bots, and then click on the teachers button. Once you're here, you can select the bots you need, like report card generator, school test generator, IEP, clone my writing style, worksheets, revision sheets, feedback on the current project, question generator, email generator for teachers, this, coloring sheet, and royalty-free image generator, which is, by the way, brand new to the site since 2 days ago. You can now generate images using this system with the same idea. So here are all our bots. These are the image bots. These are the ones we just made, actually. The angry bot and the empathize are quite irrelevant to this current situation. But let's start with a report card generator. So you click on this button, and then you're automatically taken to report card generator. Now this is a macro bot. The reason why it's called a macro bot is because it has a lot of entries. You can insert information. So let's play with it. Let's try it. Finds it hard to speak, easy to read, tries very hard. And then all these checkboxes, I produced them for you, meaning I made these boxes for you. I asked my wife, and I also made my own decisions. Is the student punctual, organized, does homework, disturbs in class or not? So this student doesn't disturb in class. I'm going to take this off, and actively participates, and then submit this form to ChatGPT for processing and producing a report card. Okay, so here we go. So this is a report card for Daniel Machi, which is me. Okay, great. If it's not good enough for you, if it's not enough information, or it's not the style you want, you just submit again, and then you get another message which is completely unique from the previous one. Okay, so this is more my style, let's say. And you can just fix the grades here if you need to. In the comments, the teacher inputs. Based on a checkbox, it's written the complete sentence of the checkbox. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I did this so that you can make your own one, because these inputs might not be good for you. Let me just reset this page a second. For example, let's say that you don't need the weakness or the comments, or you don't need punctual in your specific case. So for you, you could make one of these forms yourself by clicking the plus button, name your ChatGPT macro, report card generator v2, because that's going to be my version. Now select, you can watch video instructions here as well. You select a number of inputs you want, and you can obviously delete these. These are the ones that I put. You can put the ones you want. Let's say you don't want the name, you just want the age of the student. Okay, so let's say you only need these three, and you only need two teacher inputs. You only need listens in class, and punctual. So you click create, and then you'll see now the new ChatGPT macro, which is the one you made, is v2. Will literally pop up on the screen right in front of your eyes, and here we are. So we picked these and these, and this is the v2 version. The v1 was the one that I made for you. It had many more entries. The v2 is your one. It had these options, and these are the ones you chose. Okay, let's move on to the next tool. School test generator. So to switch between them, you click on this button here, the drop-down menu, and you select which one you want. So let's start. The subject is maths, topics algebra. How many questions in the test? 10. So if there's content that the students will be tested on, so if you have content, let's say you have a curriculum, you can paste it into this box. I'm going to leave it empty because I don't have one. Number of answers options for multiple choice. We'll give them 4 per question. Teachers' preferences for this practice test. Show answers at the bottom. Hints for resolving each question. Multiple choice. And generate hints to help students after each question. Let's submit this and see what comes out. Okay, so here are the results. And so since we've wanted a test on algebra and we asked for 4 multiple choice questions, so that's exactly what it's given us. It's generated questions and answers. Very simple. Let's move on to the next tool. Okay, so we'll move on to the IEPS. So you put the student's name, I'll call him Daniel, teacher's name, Florence, disability, ADHD, class 10, special instructions, this is optional, but I guess if you write like this student has difficulty with numbers and reading, and then you submit, you'll get the response. Now I could go through all of the macros, and I will a few more, but I just feel like this is not the point. I'm not here to demonstrate each and every app and how it works for you, because it's just obvious at this point, I think, that all of these macros and ChatGPT mini bots simply do their job. They simply do their job. Let's say the rewrite given text at a different level, given text, the reading level I need, comments to ChatGPT, email generator for teachers, plagiarism checker. You can add extra information here, put previous content from this student. The point is, this is going to save you time, because we can keep doing things the way we've done them for years, and in the end, we just waste time, because we all know that all of these micro tasks take us time. And with the rise of artificial intelligence, we need to be using them to save us time in our day. Macros are used by a lot of people who want to save time. Entrepreneurs really appreciate them. They love automation. Actually, most of this website is really, apart from the teacher's perspective of it, like if I click on image here, so this is the 2 bots you get as a teacher, royalty free and coloring sheet. I'll just show you an example. Let's say let's say you're teaching young students and you want a coloring sheet of a children in a class. So you just type what you need in this box, and then all of a sudden you have children in a class coloring sheet, hopefully. There we go. And then you can let them color this in. Now this is royalty free. Now let's say you wanted a royalty free image that you could use in something that you maybe need to publicize a little bit or put it online. Now you don't want to go and take a risk and use copyrighted images. So with inventabot, you can just go over here to the image section and put children in a class and generate royalty free images using another AI. So here we go. This is a picture of children in a class. Hopefully this is not how our classes look, but in some classes the kids are all falling asleep. So basically that's an example of a royalty-free image. This is completely free for you to use. You right-click, save image as, or you can click the download button, and or you can refresh here. You can click the refresh button here just to get a new image. And here's a new one. Maybe this will be more appropriate for your case specifically. Okay, so that's the image, and the reason why I'm showing you this is I want to show you how much power you have. Now, the more you understand this tool, inventabot, it wasn't made for teachers. It was made for everyone. The thing is, though, it's so dynamic and so unique and diverse. You can do absolutely everything with it, and the reason why I'm kind of just I was going to show you all of the teachers apps, but I just feel like it's a waste of time. You get the point. You just select the correct app that you need to use. You put the data in and it spits the data out exactly in a good format and organized. Why I've left that? Because I want to show you can make your own image bots, which will always do the same thing. So let's say you wanted to create a new bot. You press the plus button. So let's say you wanted to make a logo generator for your school. Make a circle logo of a horse, 2 colors, pastel. And then it will generate a logo for your school, for example, or for a certain project. You know how sometimes in how you need to do a project where you want to create a logo for the project or for the experience. Or let's say you're going on a trip, on a school trip, and you want to brand that experience. So you can also do that here. So this is not bad. It's not centered. So this is not going to be usable. So let's try and refresh. So for example, maybe you could use this, just replace the text, and it's completely royalty free. And then you could use it on all of your current projects. So that's just a summary of the image bot. There's another section on the website which is called book. Now this section is unbelievable. You can literally have the software here, inventabot, write an entire book for you. Now this is so powerful because not only can you use this kind of thing to create content, but you could also, let's say you needed to provide your students with some content. Let's say understanding algebra. So what you could do is create, for children aged 9, for example, you can make a tiny book, like a 5-chapter book, and literally print it out and give it to each student. Like, I'm just saying, this could be useful for you as well. Like, I personally use this to write books and sell them on Amazon. Now, the content in these books, the level of writing is better than human level of writing. It's not like me and you writing a book. When ChatGPT writes a book, it's much more higher quality. I know that sounds strange and weird, but ChatGPT is a super bot, sorry. It knows basically 5 million books in its mind at every moment. You could ask it a question about everything and it knows everything. And so it can generate content better than humans. So when I say I write these books and sell them, I mean that the quality of these books is better than the quality of the books had I wrote them myself. So that's why I don't see it as such a, because some people don't like the idea of having ChatGPT write books for you and then selling them. So I'm explaining why I feel justified in doing that. And so here, this is for children aged 9. And so it's written in a very kind of easy to read way. And then you can hand these out to your students. Once it's finished, you click the download button, which is the blue button here. It will actually download automatically. But if you click this, it will download the Understanding Algebra for Children Aged 9 book. And here it is. It's the book. It's not ready, obviously, but I don't want to waste your time. So let's move on. Simplebot on this site is just regular ChatGPT messaging, and then you receive a response. If you remember at the beginning of the webinar, I created 2 bots, the angry bot, which always makes me laugh, and the empathizer, which actually always makes me happy, to be honest. One of the reasons I started this entire project was because I wanted sometimes, when sometimes you're going through something difficult and you want some empathy and you want some sympathy, sometimes people just don't know what to say. But it seems that ChatGPT actually always knows what to say. So this was one of the main reasons why I wrote this. Like, I was going through a difficult time, and I just told it I am going through hell right now. and it just knows what to say. It's like the right thing to say. And actually, I'll tell you a funny story. Once, it's disturbing me here. I can hear that you are going through a really tough time. It sounds like things are really hard right now. Can you tell me more about what you've experiencing? I'm here to listen and support you in any way I can. I use this on my children sometimes because I sometimes don't know what to say. If you want to delete a bot, you click this button and press delete. So I'm deleting the empathizer and the angry bot. And then you automatically get a regular ChatGPT bot. If you don't have any bots of your own, you have a regular ChatGPT bot. Write me an essay on apples, and then it will just do it because it's a very simple bot. It's very simple. It just does what you say, anything you need. So let's just wait for the essay to pop up. Okay, so here's the essay about apples. Very quickly, this is a very simple, like it says, simple app. You can use it instantly. You can literally come to inventabot.com. This is the first thing you're going to see. And then you have the mass. Now, mass is amazing. This is the mass content page. It lets you do things in an unlimited way to ChatGPT. So if you create something here, let's say you create a proofreader. So here it's going to be a proofreader. And then you can just paste a bunch of text in here and it will proofread all of that text. Let's take the text from the story before. So I took a little bit of the text. Let me make some spelling mistakes. Branch, I'm going to add an A, and mathematics, I'm going to add an A. So I've made 2 spelling mistakes in branch and mathematics. Let's see if ChatGPT using inventabot will actually discover these. So you see it's sending in parts, and the reason why it sends in parts is because ChatGPT, I mean, I know this is not a lot of text, but even if you put a lot of text in this box, ChatGPT will not be able to process too much text at once. But this app breaks it into parts. It's fixed the text here. The A, it's taken away the extra A. Fantastic. Okay, great. Okay, so let's just quickly summarize what we've done today. Today we summarized that if you go to inventabot.com/teachers, you can select any of these macros that were pre-made for you. Click on them like this. And then add them to your account. And straight away, once you do that, you can just straight away just use them. In fact, it will take you to them straight away. And then you can just click on the one you need. And just straight away use it right off the bat. Meaning if this whole video, this whole webinar was just 10 seconds long, that's all I would say. No-brainer, kind of easy use. Then we talked about the fact that you can make these yourself quite easily, all of these, just by choosing one of these and then clicking invent a bot. So for example, the more complex ones is macro, the more simple ones is simple. Let's just quickly review it just one more time. At the bottom of the page it says you have the plus button here. You click on that and then you give it a name and then you create it. So that's all I'm going to show right now. For the simple bot, it's the same idea. You just scroll to the bottom, invent or edit a bot, click the plus button, and then give it a name, and then give it a role, and that's it. You can make your own bots with your own inputs. So just to finish up, I want to show you one more bot that I added. Let me just go to my bots. The spelling mistakes marker. And whoever stays till the end, we're going to be giving an offer for credits to use on this site. Now, anyone who comes to this site will already get 10 free credits just by clicking sign up. But we're going to be giving like a lot of free credits in addition to the credits you can buy. So here's the spelling mistakes marker. Now let me generate some text here and just put it in. Okay, so I'll just paste in this, what I wrote earlier. Hello, my gnome is Daniel, and I like using the report generator. So there's a spelling mistake here. And if anyone noticed, it was actually on the site, there was a spelling mistake. And now it's been fixed. And now let's see how well this is done, this job. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. Spelling and grammar check. Hello, my gnome is Daniel, and I like using the report generator, which is without an E. And here's the corrected sentence. Now, if you notice, this coloring of green and red has been automatically done by ChatGPT. And yes, this is an amazing technique which we've managed to develop to get ChatGPT to actually do like not just provide text, but provide formatted text. And it's not so easy to have this kind of thing happen. And it's a very, very advanced. You can just take this, you can either download this, or you can just copy this and just provide it to your students. Now, you can put a lot of text here. You don't have to put just one line like I did, and it would just show you in red. I mean, that's what I've asked it to do. If you look at the bot itself, you should identify and correct spelling mistakes, and then I told them red and green. I got a bit rude with ChatGPT because he kept making mistakes. You keep forgetting to use red and green, and then that way ChatGPT stops making the mistakes. If ChatGPT makes mistakes, you just tell it like stop making the mistake, and then it does a better job the next time. It's funny, you can see this. All right, so let's just try another sentence just to finish up, and then we'll talk about finalizing and getting you guys started. Let's write something a bit longer. I really like this app, but I don't know how to get started. So I made quite a few mistakes here so that it would be more exciting. Okay, so here's the results. My name is Daniel, and I like using the report generator. I really like this app. I don't know has been changed with the, and no was supposed to be no. Started. So as you can see, it doesn't matter how much text you put in this box. In fact, because this sends to ChatGPT in parts, you can send literally almost an endless amount of text to be corrected in this kind of way. That concludes this webinar instructional video, and I hope all of you are excited. And now we might look at some of the requests in the Facebook comments. But before we do that, I want to make sure we give people who need to go, who don't have enough time to stay, an offer they can't afford to miss. Okay, so this webinar is live right now. So anyone who's here right now is going to get this crazy deal that we don't usually do deals, but for webinars we do deals. If you're watching the replay, I am so sorry. This deal is probably gone by now. So let's go to pricing here, which is where you can find the offer. So this is the place where you buy credits. Whenever you want to top up this number here, this number is going to be your credits. On the top left of the screen, there's a number. Okay, so when you first come to the pricing page, you'll straight away see that you can get 10 free credits just by registering your email address. You immediately get 10 credits. You do have to validate your email to get these credits. You can't buy credits till you've registered. Now, we have a sliding scale that the price of a credit goes down as you increase the number of credits. So if you buy 500 credits in one go, you're only paying 5 cents for a credit. But if you buy up to 100, you're paying 10 cents for a credit. So really the price goes down to half when you buy a lot of credits. The more credits you buy, it's just a no-brainer really to just buy and have a lot of credits. But for the webinar itself, because you're brand new to this system and we want to give you a chance to try the system and see that it works for you, we have a webinar offer, $4 for 100 credits. That's cheaper. That's a cheaper rate than this rate. This rate is 5 cents per credit. This is 4 cents per credit. So it's $4 for 100 credits. This won't be available for long. You click this and you buy. But you can only get this offer after you register at the top of this page and get your free credits first. We will not give you credits until you get free credits. You have to get your free credits first, and then, and only then, can you get the webinar offer. So I'm looking forward to all of you trying the system. I just need you guys to remember how much time you're going to save once you have just a feeling that you have a lot of credits that you can just use whenever you need. You don't want to have to be stingy with these credits. You don't want to have to be like, oh, should I use it? Should I not use it? You just want to be free to be able to save time and create a system around these macros and bots so that your time will free up. And remember, we didn't demonstrate all of them. We demonstrated as many as we could, and you can create the ones that you're missing. So thank you for watching this, and we're looking forward for you to enjoy this. And now let's go straight to the comments and start answering questions.